Baseball's Western wonder knew how to fuel a negotiation. On a late 1950s Saturday morning when I was a tyke, my Kentucky-born dad beckoned me to the living room and pointed at the CBS game of the week on TV. "Take a look," he said. "The pitcher's a southpaw." I peered at the screen and blurted out, "He's left-handed, too." This lefty appreciated the impromptu vocabulary lesson. And trust me, in this righty world, lefties give each other a certain recognition and respect. Of course, that extends to Veen Gregg. What, you haven't heard of Gregg? Obscurity can't dim the fact that among early big league pitchers, the Chehalis native, raised mostly in the eastern Washington border town of Clarkston, was a phenom. Nicknamed the Western Wonder, Sylvanus Augustus Gregg dazzled in 1911 as a Cleveland Naps rookie. The 26-year-old won 23 games and topped the American League with a 1.80 earned run average. The fierce Ty Cobb called him the toughest lefty he ever faced. Gregg became the only 20th century hurler to win at least 20 games in his first 3 years in the majors. Then came severe, mysterious arm pain and so-so seasons. A plasterer by trade, he even abandoned the pro game for 3 years, but he built a delightfully local comeback. For the Seattle Indians based at Dugdale Park, future site of storied 6 Seattle Stadium, and today's Lowe's home improvement on Rainier Avenue, he won 19 games in 1922, led the Pacific Coast League in earned run average in 1923, and with 25 wins, spurred the team to its first PCL pennant in 1924. Gregg could taste a big league rebound, and in February 1925, with the Washington Senators calling, his brother Dave, a journeyman righty who ended up pitching just 1 inning in the majors, opened a service station 1/2 mile north of Dugdale on Rainier Avenue. In this owner-dominated era, the siblings hatched a plan. The trick was to name the station for Veen. The idea, says Eric Sallee, who with fellow Seattle Diamond historian Dave Eskenazi has written extensively about Gregg, was to prove to the Seattle and Washington team owners that he had another way to earn a living besides baseball. The ploy worked. The Senators snagged him for $10,000 and 3 players, but arm pain and humdrum performances soon resurfaced. He split that season with Washington, his last stint in the majors, and a Class A minor league team. Other than 1/3 of an inning with Class AA Sacramento in 1927, his professional career was over. After pitching for semi-pro teams, he retired in 1931. For 37 years, he ran a Hoquiam sporting goods store and cafe called The Home Plate. He died in 1964. The triangular lot on Rainier still hosts a service station, and it all reminds me of my usual advice to my daughter. Life is negotiable, and lefties get frequent practice. In our first then photo, when the Seattle Post-Intelligencer printed a closer image from this March 28, 1925 photo shoot for Veen Gregg's service station at 2006 Rainier Avenue, the headline read, "3 gallons and you're out." However, Veen is not in the picture. The station bore the Gregg name through 1927. In our second then photo, Veen Gregg, the lanky 6'2", 180-pound Western wonder, shown at age 37 in 1922, winds up for the Seattle Indians. Newspaper crop marks are intact in this scrapbook photo. Today, on the same triangular lot, Celebrating the Veen Gregg service station site 96 years later are, from left, baseball historians David Eskenazi and Eric Salee, the owners of 8 vintage cars from the Evergreen A's and Gallopin Gertie Model A clubs, and Daniel Tessema and Mesh Tedesz of today's YET Oil and Brake Services.